All right, so this is what we have going on up here.
All right, I see a stain right here in the ceiling on this side of the window, and it follows right across here, and I see another stain on this side of the window. So if you have a bathroom or a kitchen upstairs, there could be some plumbing in this area here.
No, actually it's a spare bedroom right above this room.
All right, let's go up and take a look.
Sure.
So we're directly above the room with the stain.
Right.
And those stains are right down there below.
Okay.
All right, so now the first thing I want to do is see if your roof is leaking. So I look along the edge of the wall and the roof up there in the ceiling. I don't see any staining at all. So that tells me that your roof probably doesn't leak and you probably don't have any ice damming.
Fantastic news.
Right, now I want to check the condition of the window to see if there's any pooling in the windowsill, and you want to make sure that the windowsill isn't rotted.
So you're just poking around for rot?
Right, it's good and solid so there's no holes.
Great.
I also look where the storm window meets the sill to make sure that you have your weep holes are open so that if any pooling water comes in here, it can leak out.
Ah, so that's what those are for.
Right.
Great.
All right, everything looks good here. Now we got to go outside and look at your window.
Okay, great.
All right, now this window right here is the room where we saw the staining on the ceiling.
Right.
Now, the staining, if I remember, was right about here, right across here, which is right under that window on the second floor.
Okay.
Let's go up and take a look.
Okay, great.
All right, what we have here is vinyl siding and aluminum trim on the casing and on the sill. Now, anywhere where these two materials meet is a potential for a leak, like right here behind this J-channel. See how loose that is? There's a big gap and water can definitely get in behind that. The J-channel does two things. It allows for the siding to expand and contract behind, and also it hides the end grain of the siding. All right, so what we need to do is seal this gap right here.
And that's it?
That's it.
Easy.
All right. Here we go. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this caulking right here.
Right.
And I'm going to start right at the very top of the window, and I'm going to pull the J-channel away slightly, holding my gun at about a 45-degree angle. I'm going to work the caulking down behind the J-channel slightly, but create a nice smooth bead. I'm using a tripolymer sealant. It's flexible and it has good adhesion. Forcing that sealer behind the J-channel will actually stick it. And when I get down to the bottom, I'm going to just stop for a second, leave my caulking gun right in place, roll the caulking gun up, bring it right out to the face, and stop. Okay. Now I want to run another bead right here in the front to fill this gap. Okay, now I want to do this gap right here. I'm going to start against the storm window, force it into the gap, 45-degree angle with the gun, bring it right over, right into the wet caulking on the side here.
Easy.
All right. Now what I'll do is, you want to do one?
Let's try it.
All right, I'm going to start at the top. Again, I want to pull the J-channel away a little bit.
Okay.
Again, hold the gun at a 45-degree angle.
Okay.
Try to get a nice even bead. Force it right in behind the J-channel. Pull the trigger and move the gun at the same time.
Okay.
All right, you see what I'm doing?
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm going to leave the rest for you.
Oh.
Okay. Let me pull the J-channel out a little.
Thank you.
Now squeeze it. Pull the trigger more. Put a little more in there. Pull it harder. Pull it harder, pull it harder. You really got to put a lot more in there. You're not putting enough. Go back up. Okay, now easy. Good.
There we go.
There you go.
Need to use some muscles.
All right, squeeze it more, a little more. Get a wider gap there, so we need to really pull on that trigger. Okay, now we're at the bottom. Okay, now roll it out. Go right up to the front edge and stop. Good. All right, now let me do the face for you.
Sure. Thank you.
Just a thin bead right there. Seal that gap up. All right, now I'm going to run one right here.
Okay.
From the wet caulking. Fill that right up like that and bring it right over to the storm window.
Great. Now what about this area here, Tom? Will we seal that up as well?
Across the bottom of the storm window?
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
If you notice, there's 1, 2, 3 weep holes.
Okay.
If we caulked across the bottom, we create a dam.
Oh.
Think of it, the rain gets in there, where's the water gonna go?
Right,
You can
okay.
rot your sill.
Gotcha. So my leak problem is solved now?
You should be all set.